12 practices for reducing obesity, then exercises for the spine, then for diabetes and abdominal disorders. I will demonstrate the practices and the remaining ones include Surya Namaskar, Shirshasana, Sarvangasana, Halasana, Chakrasana, Paschimottanasana, and others. Everyone should do at least 5 to 10 asanas based on their own capacity. Take long, steady breaths. Whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, or improve your overall life, body, mind, and lifestyle, all improve through yoga. According to your flexibility, bend only as much as you comfortably can. If your flexibility is limited, bend only to that level. Those who are flexible can bend fully. Everyone moves only as far as they can. Choose practices according to your strength and practice them rhythmically. With focus, dedication, and sincerity. I am showing each practice slowly. Do them with complete authenticity. I'm also pointing toward the deeper principles of yoga. Just as the effect of excess indulgence is certain, and poison always has a sure result, disease too gives definite results. Blood pressure rises, sugar rises, cholesterol rises, then brain hemorrhage, paralysis, heart attack. Kidney failure can happen, and a person may not survive. This is certain. Just as disease has a certain result, the results of yoga are also certain. Just as poison always works, the nectar of yoga also always works. Sometimes a person ignores this out of unawareness. They wonder, what will yoga do? We should never be careless about any aspect of life. While practicing with long breaths, I want to tell you one important thing. The results of yoga asanas, pranayama, and meditation are always certain. I have seen it from obesity to diabetes, spine issues, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, high cholesterol, high BP, low BP, infertility, fissure, fistula, any lump in the body. Uterine issues, polycystic ovaries, breast cancer, brain tumors, whether malignant or benign, even lipomas, fat deposits forming lumps, any kind of swelling or knot in the body. Removing such knots is not an ordinary task. Yet yoga makes even that possible. The body develops wrong tendencies, and when someone forms even one lump once, it tends to come back again and again. It becomes a big cycle. Once the body, senses, or mind fall into a wrong habit, once we become careless or follow wrong practices, the body and mind repeatedly return to the same pattern. This is called practice. This is called habit. This becomes our nature and personality. This is what we call our nature. Our tendencies form this way. Once someone drinks alcohol, the body keeps demanding it again. Once someone chews gutka or tobacco, the same thing happens. There are chemical reasons too. Nicotine starts demanding more, and alcohol also demands more from inside. Our whole body's frequency changes with what we eat, what we think, what we watch, and how we live every day. And the body becomes exactly like those repeated habits. That's why I'm doing all the practices. First for obesity, then for the spine, for diabetes, and for different conditions. I'm doing yoga for everything. And I want to tell you something, if something is harmful, don't do it even once. You don't want your BP to increase, your cholesterol to rise, your sugar to rise, or your stomach to grow. You don't want pain in your body. No one wants any illness to worsen. But once a habit forms, it sticks. I'm speaking in simple village language. A habit becomes fixed. Once it settles, it stays. Once someone forms a habit of speaking harshly, whether to parents, teachers, husband or wife, children speaking badly to parents, or parents to children, once that habit forms, it continues. I knew a mother who loved her children very much, but she couldn't relax until she had slapped them once or twice. I asked her, won't take her name, tell me, why do you do this? She said, I don't know, it has become my habit. Unless I hit them a couple of times, I don't feel settled. Tell me, isn't this a terrible habit? Once someone gets used to tea, they feel they can't even open their eyes without tea. Can't even pass stool. Don't feel satisfied. Tea becomes a habit. Coffee becomes a habit. Smoking, drinking, scolding, shouting. These also become habits. Speaking harshly becomes a habit. Watching and listening to wrong things becomes a habit. What is yoga? It is living life in an orderly and sensible way. So for obesity, I was showing each exercise, practicing each 10 to 20 times up to even 100 times. And I do these 100 repetitions myself because I also need to keep myself healthy. I have decided never to develop a single wrong habit. Wrong eating, wrong drinking, wrong viewing. Why should I do any of that? Even if by mistake something wrong happens once, stop yourself immediately. This is called self-control. This is awareness. This is mindfulness. If a mistake happens unintentionally, decide on the spot. No more. From now on, this will not happen again. Bhujangasana, Shalavasana. What is life? Life is practice. What is life? How to think, how to feel, how to act, how to behave. How to see, listen, speak, sit, stand, eat, drink, and live. How to do your work. That is life. What to do and what not to do. This is life. Now I'll share the essence of life in one sentence. What to do and what not to do. These two always go together. When you walk on the road, where should you walk? Where should you not walk? Walk only where it is right. Walk properly, following traffic rules. With food, what to eat and what not to eat. You must follow the rules of discipline. For obesity, Ardhalasana, leg rotations, Chakrasana, and then some Markadasana and Shavasana. After the obesity series, I'll show the next set of practices. Life is this simple, though life itself is eternal and infinite. How many aspects of life are there? If we talk about each one, life becomes an endless truth. I have observed this deeply. 99% of people remain confused. That is why they struggle even for 2 meals a day. Human beings are God's finest creation on earth. Even after receiving such a great life, many still live in suffering and poverty. It means they have not understood life properly. We must become more aware and expressive about life. Freedom to live, freedom to breathe, the right to eat. Yes, the right to pure food. So many fights today are about rights. Everywhere people are shouting slogans for their rights. They want freedom, rights, justice. Everyone is demanding something. We want rights, we want justice, we want freedom. All this is happening around us. But the real way to live is yoga. Wake up in the morning, meditate on Om. Or chant Gayatri. Then do asanas, pranayama, and exercise. Refine your body, mind, and life. Follow Ashtanga Yoga. Do yoga every morning. Then practice karma yoga throughout the day. If you are a student, study with full effort. Teachers should teach with full dedication. In the field of knowledge, education, medical research, agriculture, industry, and all sectors of society, whatever we do, we must do with complete sincerity. Then our personal, family, social, economic, political, and spiritual life will become beautiful. Yoga in the morning, karma yoga through the day. Whatever you do, do it with honesty and authenticity. That is why I asked you to practice each exercise up to 100 times. For obesity, for relaxation, and finally this market asana.